Every month you promise yourself you'll save money. But somehow your bank account always ends up empty. The problem isn't your income. It's the habits quietly stealing your future. Here's how to finally break the cycle.
Groceries cost more than expected. Maybe your car needs repairs. A few online purchases don't seem like a big deal, then suddenly your bank account is nearly empty again. Month after month, the same cycle repeats. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of people work hard every single day, yet they still feel like saving money is almost impossible. They aren't lazy, they aren't irresponsible. They're simply trapped in a system that makes spending easy and saving incredibly difficult. The good news is this. Saving money isn't just about earning more. In many cases, it's about understanding how your brain works, how your habits control your finances, and how a few small changes can completely transform your future. Let's start with the biggest reason people struggle to save. Most people believe they have an income problem. They tell themselves, "I'll start saving once I get a better job. I'll save after my next raise. I just don't make enough." While income certainly matters, research and real-life examples show something surprising. Many high-income earners still live paycheck to paycheck. Some people making over $100,000 a year have almost no savings. At the same time, families earning much less quietly build impressive financial security. So what's the difference? Their habits. Money doesn't disappear because of one giant purchase. It disappears through hundreds of tiny decisions that barely feel important. A daily coffee, food delivery, subscriptions you forgot about, impulse purchases online, small upgrades that seem harmless. Individually, these expenses don't look dangerous. Together, they silently drain thousands of dollars every year. This is called lifestyle inflation. As people earn more, they often spend more without even realizing it. A bigger apartment, a newer phone, a nicer car, more expensive vacations. Instead of increasing savings, every raise simply creates a more expensive lifestyle. That's why earning more doesn't automatically make you wealthier. If your spending grows as fast as your income, your savings stay exactly where they are. There's another invisible enemy. Your brain. Our brains are wired to choose immediate rewards over future benefits. Buying something today feels exciting. Saving that same money feels boring. The reward is invisible. You can't see it. You can't touch it. But every dollar you save is actually buying something far more valuable than today's impulse purchase. It's buying freedom. Freedom from debt. Freedom from financial stress. Freedom to say yes to opportunities. Freedom to retire someday without fear. Unfortunately, our brains aren't naturally designed to think years ahead. That's why companies spend billions of dollars making shopping as effortless as possible. One-click purchases, limited-time offers, flash sales, free shipping. Everything is designed to make spending feel automatic. Saving, on the other hand, requires intention. And that's exactly why it feels so difficult. But here's something that changes everything. People who consistently save money don't usually have stronger willpower. They have stronger systems. Instead of relying on motivation, they make saving automatic. Because when something becomes automatic, it no longer requires daily discipline. And that's where your financial life can begin to change. Now that you understand why saving feels so difficult, let's talk about how to finally break the cycle. The first solution is surprisingly simple. Pay yourself first. Most people save whatever is left at the end of the month. The problem is, there's usually nothing left. Instead, flip the process. The moment your paycheck arrives, move a percentage into a savings account before you pay for anything else. Even if it's just 10%. Better yet, automate it. When the transfer happens automatically, you remove emotion and temptation from the equation. You never have to decide whether to save. It simply happens. The second strategy is to give every dollar a job. Too many people receive money without a plan. They pay bills, spend freely, and hope something remains. A simple budget changes that. One of the easiest methods is the 50-30-20 rule. Around 50% of your income goes toward necessities like housing, food, transportation, and utilities. 30% is for wants, things that make life enjoyable. And the final 20% goes toward savings and investing. Your exact percentages may vary, but having a plan is far better than having none. Next, identify your biggest money leaks. Most financial problems aren't caused by one huge purchase. They're caused by dozens of tiny expenses that seem harmless. Streaming services you rarely watch. Impulse shopping. Food delivery several times a week. Unused gym memberships. Premium subscriptions you forgot existed. Go through your bank statement from the last month. You might be shocked by how much money disappears without adding real value to your life. Now let's talk about something powerful. Create an emergency fund. Without one, every unexpected expense becomes a financial disaster. A flat tire. A medical bill. A broken phone. An emergency fund turns these stressful moments into manageable ones. Start with a goal of 1 month's expenses. Then build toward 3 to 6 months over time. You don't need to reach it overnight. Small, consistent deposits are enough. Another trick is to make saving feel rewarding. Your brain loves visible progress. Instead of focusing on a huge goal like saving $100,000, celebrate smaller milestones. Your first $500, then $1,000, then $5,000. Each milestone builds confidence and momentum. Remember this. Saving money isn't about depriving yourself. It's about buying future freedom. Every dollar you don't spend today gives your future self more choices. More security. More opportunities. Less stress. And eventually, more wealth. Here's a simple challenge you can try starting today. For the next 7 days, write down every single dollar you spend. Not just the big purchases. Everything. That morning coffee. The snack from the convenience store. The online purchase you made in just a few clicks. The subscription renewal you forgot about. At first it may seem unnecessary. But something interesting happens when you begin tracking your spending. You become aware of patterns you never noticed before. You start asking yourself a powerful question before every purchase. Do I really need this? That single question can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars over the course of a year. Another helpful technique is to wait 24 hours before buying anything that isn't essential. Impulse purchases are driven by emotion. But when you give yourself a full day to think, you'll often realize that you didn't really want the item after all. Many people are surprised by how many purchases they cancel simply because they waited. Remember, saving money doesn't mean you can never enjoy life. It means making intentional choices. Spend confidently on the things that truly matter to you. Cut back on the things that don't. That's how financially successful people manage their money. They don't avoid spending. They avoid wasting. Over time, these small decisions create a huge difference. $1 saved today may not seem important. But repeated hundreds of times over months and years, those small savings become the foundation of real financial freedom. Finally, stop comparing yourself to other people. Social media often makes it seem like everyone is driving luxury cars, taking expensive vacations, and living perfect lives. But many of those lifestyles are built on debt. Real wealth is often quiet. It's the person with savings. No credit card debt. Investments growing in the background. And peace of mind. Saving money may feel impossible today. But impossible isn't permanent. The moment you build the right habits and systems, everything begins to change. One smart decision. One automatic transfer. One less unnecessary purchase. Those small actions may seem insignificant now. But over the years, they can completely transform your financial future. So ask yourself this. Will you spend your next paycheck the same way you always have? Or will this be the month your savings journey truly begins? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more practical money and investing tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Please subscribe now.